All right, this is your boy Rocco
and your boy Breeze,
and welcome to
Keepin It a Buck podcast. Today we're going to talk about Western women and women from overseas and the importance of traveling, getting your passport and traveling from different countries. Not only just different countries, but different states as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's right now. It's good to get away because this, like we talked about before with the '90s. I think we talked about this with the '90s women. I don't remember, but getting away is good because the Western women aren't the same anymore as the women in the '90s, like we talked about before. So, traveling across seas is the thing to do right now because women don't know how to treat men now in the West right now. Like the women are just brutal, just very cold. What's your thing on that, Breeze?
They're very cold-hearted, very brutal, and a lot of men, particularly men in the black community, are being mistreated by these Western women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women. The thing about it is like with these Western women, right? Especially like the American black women, not just American black women, but just like all these women in general, is that the thing about it is that they love black men, but they don't respect black men.
They don't.
In the Western society, not only just the Western society, but all over the course of the world, black men has the lowest rates of respect. You know what I mean? We're at the bottom of the totem, and we're not respected, and we're not loved. So in recent years, a lot of black men has been going overseas, and even before the whole passport bro movement, it's been a movement that they've been talking about brothers and other men too of other races going overseas and everything to get their wives and everything. The thing about that I can say is that a lot of these men that I do see go overseas, a lot of them are happy. A lot of them they find their wives and they start families, and a lot of these men are doing well. And it's not just brothers, it's other men, it's white men, it's Asian men, it's Latino men that's going overseas, because a lot of these women over here, these modern, not only are they just Western women, modern women, they're just not digging them. The respect is not there. They mouth off. A lot of them are very masculine. You know what I mean? As a traditional man, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody that's that's respectful, that's loyal. You know what I mean? That's gonna love you for you. And that's what you'll get with a lot of women overseas and everything. A lot of them are traditional women. You know what I mean? And not only are they just traditional women, but also, traveling is good too. Traveling is definitely good, because especially in the black community, a lot of us in the black community, a lot of us don't travel. A lot of us, you know what I'm saying? Just for a minute, just forget about the passports. But a lot of us don't even go to different states.
Nope. A
lot of us just stay in the neighborhood, day in and day out, year in and year out, and do the same things all over again and everything. And no, you gotta travel. You gotta get your passport. You gotta travel and everything. And when you travel and everything, when you travel more, a lot of bullshit you'll put to the side and everything. Like, for example,
you'll free your mind, really.
It definitely will free your mind. Like, if you see the average black dude today, right, or a black girl and everything, the whole thing they'll talk about is love and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like all these ratchet shows and everything. But when they travel, if you take them out of the hood and you take them places and they get exposed to different things and everything, when they come back to their neighborhood, they're going to look at their neighborhood very differently. And they're going to say, wow, it's a bigger world. It's a bigger world than just New York City. It's a bigger world than just Atlanta. It's a bigger world than just LA, Chicago, Miami, Philly. You know what I'm saying? Etc. Whatever city you from, it's a bigger world than that. You know what I'm saying?
Most
Bro,
definitely.
Would you like to elaborate on that too?
Yeah, it is a bigger. It's so many options. When every day when I go outside, you know what I mean. I just look and I say, "Damn, I feel like I'm stuck in one spot." But I know there's a big world out there. I feel like, you know what I mean. There's more to life than just staying in one place. You know what I mean. And you know what I mean. And me personally, I'm looking for love. You know what I mean? To find my wife somewhere where I'm respected. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with American women. Just to go back to American women, that's the problem with American women. Not even just my black sisters, but it's you know, Caucasian. I'm not going to say white. I'm going to say Caucasian. And you know what I mean? And the women from other countries that move here, they change. You know what I mean? And they don't change for the better. They change for the worse. They become these Western women. You know what I mean? And it's very, very sad. It's very sad that we have to go through, you know, all that bullshit, to be honest. And this is why I just planned a trip to go to Thailand in April. You know what I mean? And I'm going to have a good ass time. You know what I mean? This will be my first time flying overseas. And I'm really excited. The tickets was expensive, but it's very, very worth it. It's very worth it, y'all. You know what I mean? And definitely when I come back from Thailand, I will definitely give y'all an update. And we might do a visual, you know what I mean? So I can show you pictures and videos of me, you know, doing stuff in Thailand. You know what I mean? Because I got a green screen on the way soon, and I got some studio lights on the way soon. So y'all will be seeing us visually, and y'all, you know what I mean. And hopefully y'all will get more of a better experience of what we look like. You know what I mean? And I know you've seen a picture of us and all of that, but you know what I mean. But back to the subject. You know, fellas, you gotta travel more. You gotta travel more. Y'all can't. And you know, a lot of women looking at us as dusty and all this other stuff. Y'all dusty. Y'all can't handle a good woman, and y'all flying overseas. But
a quote unquote strong woman.
Or quote unquote strong woman.
They love to say strong black woman.
That's it. Strong black woman, independent, don't need no man. You know what I mean?
And that's the problems with these westernized women. You don't need no man, so that's why the men are leaving and going overseas to get in the first place.
Exactly.
Because you don't need a man.
Exactly. You don't need a man. And then, you know what I mean? It's not hurting us, really. We're just learning that y'all full of shit. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I mean...
And we have other options.
But it seems like all the good... And there's some good black women out there. All the good black women are either married... Or just, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Or just don't want a man. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case might be. You know what I mean?
Or two, bro.
Or have a boyfriend or whatever the case might be.
Or two, like you got some good black women, because there's a saying that a good girl loves a bad boy. So you got a lot of these good women out here, these good black women, and not just good black women in general, just good women in general, with these dusty niggas. With these dusty niggas that's in and out of jail. These thugs, they ain't got shit going for themselves and all of that.
None of that.
You know what I'm saying? I remember one time a couple of years ago, I went to Rikers Island to go visit a friend. And I seen all these women up in there visiting their boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? But the sad thing about it, though, y'all, is that, you know, men that's working, that's a man of means and everything, that got things going for themselves and everything, he doesn't get that. The thing about it is that these women that's that wants the jailbirds, the thugs and all of that, the jailbirds and the thugs and everything, they get first dibs on these women. You get what I'm saying? They get the first dibs on these women
because that's what they want. That's what they want.
And it ain't just the hood rats that's falling for these dudes. It's these decent women too that got shit going on, stuff going on for themselves and everything. And my thing is this though, like it's crazy though, because alright, if you got shit going on for yourself and everything, you a college graduate, you got your career going and everything, why you messing with this dusty nigga? Why don't you give it a brother that's doing the same thing too? And y'all could build something. Y'all could build the empire. And then it's something. You get what I'm saying?
It's something too. Like even these women online now are saying if a brother makes $50K a year, it's not good enough. What you mean it's not good enough? One girl said, "Oh, it's not good enough because you know we got court fees and all that." Who thinks about court fees? What are you planning on marrying a nigga and getting a divorce afterwards? Like what do you need court fees for? What do you want to get pregnant and put them on child support? What are you talking about court fees for?
Are you depending on the nigga getting locked up, going to jail or something like that?
Exactly. You feel me? So it's like we right now. Don't get it wrong. Don't get us twisted. We're not having a negative podcast. We're just having a conversation. And I know we're just having, you know what I mean? We're just talking to y'all. But we know that, you know what I mean?
It's some decent sisters out there.
Exactly.
Shout out to all the decent sisters out there.
Yeah, to the decent sisters out there. We know that y'all out there. You know what I mean?
But it's hard to find y'all because most of these sisters out here that just makes messed up decisions and everything, mm-hmm. they kind of like overshadow y'all. Mm-hmm. And we know there's decent sisters out there, you know what I'm saying? We know the sisters out there that's getting their money mm-hmm. and all of that, doing the right thing and everything, and you don't see them shaking their asses on mm-hmm. on Facebook and all of that, and got OnlyFans on Instagram and all of that. Shout mm-hmm. out to the real sister that got her clothes on and that's getting that money and doing her thing and everything. You know what I mean? Shout out to that sister that's doing that. All these sisters that you see or whatever, mm-hmm. and not just sisters but women in general mm-hmm. that you see on Instagram and on and become Instagram models and this and that and third, and they're shaking their asses and all half naked and everything. Yeah, trust me. At the end of the day, they doing something funny for that money, mm-hmm. and they doing something strange for that change. Mm-hmm. You see them? Yeah. I see y'all on the yachts and everything, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm just tired of looking at the shit.
I'm tired of looking at it too. But here's the thing, though. Here's the breakdown of it. Y'all on the yachts and all of that. Yeah, I feel you on the yachts. Mm-hmm. You doing this, you doing that. You in Miami, you in LA, you here, you there. Mm-hmm. I feel you. But at the end of the day, you not on that yacht for free.
No,
you giving up something.
Yeah, for real.
That man that has you on his yacht, that millionaire that got you on his yacht and everything, mm-hmm. he's getting something in return.
Yeah, he is.
He's getting something in return, and you can't afford that. Yeah, so he's getting something in return.
He has to.
So exactly. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Yeah, the sister that's struggling and everything. Listen, your struggles is going to pay you off. It's going to pay you off. Mm-hmm. You know, you may not see it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you may be going through a struggle and everything. Mm-hmm. And you may not see it to that sister that's in college and everything, that's busting her ass mm-hmm. and trying to get that degree, and she's working and everything. You're going to make it.
Definitely.
Me and my brother, we going to make it here. We striving and everything. You know what I'm saying? So
most def.
It's hard. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
Nobody's perfect. You got to just think nobody's perfect, and not even us. We're hardworking men, and sometimes it just kills us because it's not enough for y'all.
It gets overwhelming.
It's not enough for y'all. We out there busting our ass, and then you got another nigga in the house when we come home, and you cheating on us and all of that. Come on, that's not even good. I know this podcast is not going to change nothing. I know y'all going to still be doing what y'all do regardless. But we just, trying to put it in your head that it's wrong. And that's why a lot of us are leaving to go overseas. And then when we go overseas to try to go find our women, y'all hate on them because they know how to take care of us. You know what I mean? Honestly, I need a woman to take care of me, like not physically, but emotionally. You feel me? I don't need no woman to take care of me as in buy my shit. I could buy my own stuff. I just need her to take care of me emotionally. When I have a bad day at work, I need her to be by my side. Say, hey, baby, everything's gonna be all right. I'm here for you. You girls can't do that. You girls can't do that to the normal men. We are good men, and y'all just don't see it. Y'all went through a past relationship that was very toxic, and you want to put it out for the next man. Or this is my favorite one. Y'all there's a man, y'all talk to, you know what I mean? Y'all have what, 5-6 kids, and then he breaks up with you, and then you looking for a baby daddy. That's craziness. Like, that's craziness. You looking for a baby daddy for what? For what? You got to raise them kids on your own. You shouldn't have went out with the wrong nigga. That's on you. Yeah,
it is on you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, yeah, then this whole thing about nice guys finish last and everything, though. Mm-hmm. Look.
We do.
Just because I'm nice don't mean that I'm soft.
Nope.
It's a difference between being nice and being soft. Mm-hmm. Being soft is when somebody's just straight punking you and you ain't doing nothing about it. Mm-hmm. Being nice is doing something from, out of the kindness of your heart and everything.
That's it.
It's a big difference.
And we was raised, me and my brother Breeze, we were raised in the 80s. You know what I mean? So we was kids and like kids to actually know in the 90s. We you know what I mean? And we know that women weren't like that like back in the day. Even though, because you know what I mean, we looked at our moms. You know what I mean? Not in that kind of way, but if we looked at our moms and we was like, yo, like, Mom, you seem like a good woman. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And she loved you, nurtured you, and all of that shit. You feel me? And then other women, even going outside, when you see other women outside, it's just different. Like, and they were our age. And the girls actually gave you a chance back in the day. Now it's just about money. Money, money, money. money has been around for centuries, and you know what I mean. Money's been around for centuries and centuries and centuries. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Money is not an issue. Money does not buy happiness. Now, for whoever thinks money buys happiness, you got the game fucked up.
Yeah, for real.
The money don't buy happiness. Money just gives you more miserable shit. Bills, all of that shit. Mm-hmm. As long as you got money, people gonna come out with their hand. Uncle Sam especially, they gonna come out with their hand out.
I mean, money it'll make you comfortable because it's a lot of rich people. It's a lot of rich people that's comfortable.
Yep.
But check this out. It's also a lot of rich people that's miserable.
A lot. You know what I mean? Because look at the celebrities. Like Kanye West. Feel me? Yeah, he got mad money. You know what I mean? Kanye West got his own clothing line. You know what I mean? And all of the other stuff. You feel me? But paparazzis are all in his face every day. Like every day. That's why the man gets mad, because y'all all in his face. You feel me? The man wanted to be famous, but he don't want you all in his face and living and talking about him every chance you get. Leave the man alone. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then they saying, "Oh, Kanye West is crazy. Kanye West is this. Kanye West is that." The man's got a girlfriend now. Oh yeah, Kim Kardashian is jealous because of such and such and such. Leave Kim alone. Leave Kim alone and leave Kanye alone. They broke up. That's their fucking business. You feel me? Like the thing about America is everybody's always in everybody's fucking business. Life's too short for that. I mind my own business. When I'm at work, nobody want to fucking talk to me. Nobody want to, you know what I mean? I'll be like, okay, well, fuck it. At the end of the day, I'm not going home to them. They don't pay my fucking bills. I don't care.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I just want to say this too, that they don't pay my bills. And I just want to say this too, though, back with the traveling, that especially unless it's black people, right? When some of y'all niggas is proud of not going nowhere.
No, yeah, hell yeah.
And then y'all niggas start talking this plantation talk. It sound like plantation. Yo, I'm from this hood. Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm from that hood. Yo, I'm from the north. I'm from the south. I'm from here. I'm from there. It's plantation talk, because back in slavery, mm-hmm. that's all they did was brag about the plantations.
That's it.
Oh, my plantation got this. My plantation. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with the hoods and everything. And mm-hmm. like I said, white people, not only just white people, but people in general, other races in general, they travel. And not only when they travel, they soak up game and everything. And mm-hmm. the thing is this, though. Not only when I travel and everything, overseas and everything, like, yeah, I want to get a wife and all of that from overseas. Yes, I do. But I'm going to say this too now. When I do travel and everything, not only do I just want to get a wife, but I also want to soak up game. I also want to educate myself about those other cultures. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
I want to do the same.
Yes, exactly. Like, I don't want to, like, for example, I don't want to just read up about Thailand. Mm-hmm. Like, my brother, he's about to go to Thailand. Mm-hmm. I don't want to just read up about Thailand or just read up about Vietnam or, you know what I'm saying, mm-hmm. or just read up about China and Japan. I want to go to these places
and explore it yourself.
And explore it myself. Exactly. I don't want to just read about places in Africa. I want to go to Africa. Mm-hmm. Some countries in Africa. Not all, but some. Mm. The same thing with Europe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just read about Germany and read about Ireland and
mm-hmm. You want to go there.
I want to go there.
Mm-hmm. And then the thing about it is, like, I want to go to Egypt, and it's not for the women. It's not for, you know what I mean? I want to go to Egypt so I could go to King Tut's tomb. I want to go to King Tut's tomb. And what's the other guy's name?
Ramesses.
You know what I mean? I want to go to see Ramesses and all of that.
I want to see the Sphinx.
The Sphinx, yeah.
I want to go inside the pyramids.
All of that.
For real.
And I want to do all of that. And some guy told me, he's like, oh, don't go to Egypt because you got to watch out for the bugs that get in your skin. I said, look. I said, look, I'm not worried about that shit. I just want to go over there and go see the go see the King Tut's tomb and go see Ramesses' tomb and then go on from there. I'm not worried about no goddamn bugs that get in your skin.
And once I've been there, and the thing about it, bro, is that once we go to these places, mm-hmm. can't nobody take it away.
No, because you're gonna have pictures. You gonna have proof too. Like when I go over there, I'm like everywhere I go, I'm taking pictures. You know, like when I go to Thailand, I'm gonna take pictures. Like I said, I'm gonna show y'all when I get back, and you know, because we're gonna do our very first. Well, not I would say our very first podcast visual. You know what I mean? Me and Breeze. So, you know, from there on, I'm gonna show y'all. Like I'm gonna put like a little clip on the side where y'all can see, me taking pictures of certain things in Thailand. You know what I mean? So. This is what I want to get y'all mind right now. Like, even for the ladies, you know what I mean? I'm not saying all men need to go traveling. I feel like the ladies need to go traveling too, to be honest. Everybody needs to go traveling. Everybody. Now, for the ladies, you know what I mean? If y'all tired of the same old bullshit in America, just go overseas and travel. But y'all got to just keep that ratchet shit here in America. Yeah. Don't bring that shit over there to like Jamaica and all of that, because them niggas is liable to cut your fucking head off and throw it somewhere and hide it somewhere, and then them niggas won't even get in trouble. If they find the body, they won't get in trouble because you wasn't supposed to be over there in the first fucking place to mess with them. And
you know what's funny too? I remember reading one of Sister Soldier's books, right? Mm-hmm. On this character named Midnight. Shout out to Sister Soldier.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's yo, Sister Soldier was no joke. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier, come back in the limelight. We need you because you, the way how you would break down stuff and everything, we need you back. But anyway, I was reading this book, right, called Midnight. It was one of her characters, right, and I remember Sister she was talking about.
He's yawning.
She was talking about one of the characters, right. Midnight was from Africa. And his family had moved to, his mother and his sister had moved to Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. But before he came to Brooklyn, he was living back home in Africa. Mm-hmm. And he was comparing the women, the way of living in Africa versus the way of living in America. Mm. And he was saying that the women, and he's saying that how the women act in America, like mouthing off and cheating on your man and this and the third. That's bad. He said that in Africa, the men in Africa don't tolerate that kind of behavior.
They don't. Most countries don't really tolerate that shit.
They don't tolerate that hood rat ratchetness.
And then
it was a girl that got caught up in Dubai. Remember?
Oh, didn't she get killed?
She didn't get killed, but she got arrested because she went up there acting all ratchetness. She could have got killed.
She could have, but they arrested her instead.
They arrested her. I don't know the outcome of that situation, but
me neither. I don't know the full story, but I'll have to look up on that.
Yeah, but she went up there. Yo, you can't bring that hood rat mentality only works here.
That's it.
It don't work in these other countries.
No, I don't, because
you'll get hemmed up.
I mean, sometimes in even in the United States, you'll get hemmed up with that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Depending on where you go,
depending on where you go, yeah.
A lot of niggas, they're not afraid to beat a woman ass.
Nope.
And you know what I mean. I don't believe in putting my hands on a woman, but if it's necessary, hey, look, if it was for self defense, then that's cool. But
a lot of y'all women should know y'all place though. At the end of the day, so.
Exactly, we shouldn't even have to be raising our hands to our black women are really the most ones that has the real mouth. You feel me? And you know what I mean. It's like you want to put hands on her, but you can't because you know she's just talking. She's not putting a hand in your face, like punch you in the face or punch you in the mouth or some shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's just don't get me wrong. I love y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Breeze, we love y'all. It's just that
we hate y'all ways.
We just don't like y'all ways now. You know what I mean? Because I say my mom was black. Of course, y'all know that. You know what I mean? My mom was black. Breeze's mom is black. You feel what I'm saying? So we love our black women regardless. But
I got black sisters and I got black nieces.
Exactly, me too. You feel me? And we don't hate y'all. We just saying
we hate y'all ways.
Yeah, that's it. We hate y'all ways, bro. Y'all need to change. Y'all need to change. I mean, I can't make y'all change, but y'all just need to change because with the shit that's going on now, it's just getting just too. Every day when I turn on my phone, I'm hearing, "Oh, a nigga gotta make 100K or 25,000K or all this other K." You know what I mean?
Damn near millionaire.
Damn near millionaire. But the thing about it is, I understand why y'all like that because your father spoiled y'all as a kid. Or maybe summertime, or maybe y'all wasn't spoiled enough. You know what I mean? Maybe I wasn't spoiled enough. I don't know. What's the situation? Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. It's late, so we just podcasting. It's about what 11 o'clock. So that's why I'm yawning, and I just came from work.
I think a lot of it has to do too with some of these women being raised by single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
So some of these women raised by single mothers and everything. The mothers that raised these daughters and everything were bitter.
Yeah, they were.
And then they tell them shit like, "Yo, you make sure you get a nigga this way. You make sure you get a nigga that way, and all of that."
They doing that now.
And then a lot of these women, when they see their mothers going up to the welfare office and all of that, and they see them screaming and acting a goddamn fool. I want my checks. I want my SNAP. I want it now.
They learn from that.
They learn it from them. So then when they get a man and everything. You know what I'm saying? Or if they attract a decent man and everything, they think that they own it. They think they own the nigga.
They do.
They start yelling and screaming at him, "Nigga, I want my money." Like that same actions that they see their moms do, they do to a man that they meet. "I want my money, nigga. I want." First of all, motherfucker, I don't gotta give you shit.
Exactly. And then these women calling us niggas, like, when did they start doing that? I mean, probably like the early 2000s. They'd be like, "Oh, nigga, you this, you that." So
nah, they was doing that in the 90s.
They did that in the 90s too?
Yeah, they was doing that in the 90s.
Oh yeah. I just
because if you watch like some of these hood movies, like Boys in the Hood and
they
Poetic Justice, the females was calling them niggas.
My bad, y'all. Like I got my fucking shit all mixed up. My bad. Yeah. So yeah, they've been calling us niggas. But the thing about it is, I don't like to be called that. Like if I'm supposed to be yo nigga, you don't call me like. Don't say, oh nigga this, nigga that. That feel like we're not even in a relationship. Like it feels like I'm just a nigga to you. You feel me? I feel like I'm not, I'm not in a relationship with you. It feels like I'm just a nigga to you. Like, yo, nigga, what's up, nigga? Like, we don't talk. Yo, first of all, we don't talk like that to each other. We talk like that to our friends or whatever. You feel me? Like when women go and say, "Hey, bitch, let's go shopping, bitch. Let's go shopping." You know what I mean? They do that. You know what I mean? But it's different.
Even with that, the bitch word, when does that become? That's a term of endearment for black women and everything.
Exactly.
And when I look at other races of women, they don't be calling each other bitches.
No, and then the
only time they call each other bitches if they ready to fight each other or if they don't like each other.
Exactly. And then
this is the only race. We the only race where our women call each other bitches.
Exactly.
And we call each other, the N word and all of that.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this too. Add on to what you were saying, bro, is that like how they come at you, be like, "Yo, nigga," and they get aggressive with you. Now here's the funny thing about black women too is that, especially like Western black women, is that the funny thing too, bro, is that when it comes to brothers, right? When it comes to us, they're very hostile,
very, very hostile,
very aggressive, very nasty. When it comes to us, very angry, and just very, very bitchy, and very just, you know what I'm saying, very nasty and hostile when it's us, right? Now check this out though. But when it comes to the white man, oh my God, they so submissive. They so docile. If he tells them to jump, they'll say, "How high?" If he tells them this, he'll do this. If he tells them to do that, they'll do that. They'll bend over backwards for him and do all kinds of magic tricks for him, for the white man.
But if we ask, they'd be like, "Nigga, go get it yourself." Or
yep.
I seen this one video, and this guy, he went up to these girls and said, "So at 3:00 in the morning, your man says he's hungry. Would you make him a sandwich?" And most of them, like practically all of them said, "Hell no, I ain't making that nigga a sandwich. Wake me up in the morning, boy, bye." This and that other shit. I'm just like, yo, are you serious? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you supposed to, you know what I mean? But I mean, I know it's early in the morning and shit like that. But if, you know what I mean? If your man's hungry, you know what I mean? You do stuff for him. You know, you be there for him. It's not like an everyday thing. Now, if he asks you consistently, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. But if he asks you consistently, like, babe, every night, that would be kind of annoying. I know. Not kind of, but it would be annoying. I get it. But sometimes do things for your man. You know what I mean? Because he going out of his way to do things for you. And some dudes probably don't. Yo, and y'all realize some dudes don't even work for themselves. They work to keep you happy. They work to keep you happy. I'm not gonna lie. Some dudes do work for themselves, and some do work for both you and to make themselves happy. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all gotta do better. Y'all really do. Y'all really got to do better, because it's really very, very. Every time I look on Facebook, it's the same old shit, and it's very depressing to all of us. I mean, I'm not speaking for every black man, because I mean a lot of them can speak for themselves. And you hear the different podcasts that's going on when they bring the women on the show, and then they talk to them and ask them, so why is it hard for you to get a man? And then they tell you all this bullshit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, y'all feminist women are dumb.
But it just, you know what, bro? It just goes back to the fact that we brought up earlier, that they just don't respect us.
At all.
Black men
mm-hmm.
is not respected, and not only that, you know what else I found out too?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was reading one of Tariq Nasheed's books. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. I'll give him a shout out. I remember I was reading one of his books, and he was saying that in this country, black male leadership was always demonized.
Mm-hmm.
Black male leadership in this country was always demonized.
You're lying.
When you look at the greats, like our great champions back in the 60s, when you look at the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's,
mm-hmm.
the Medgar Evers, the Muhammad Ali's and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The male leadership was demonized.
It was.
It was demonized because they knew, because in the 60s and everything, they all banded together to fight against systematic white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And back then, you know, a lot of our leaders was taken out in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And look at Muhammad Ali. When they wanted him to go to Vietnam, he said, I'm not going to Vietnam because ain't no Vietnamese call me a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, me and my brothers watching a video recently on Muhammad Ali. He was like, yo, y'all want me to go over to Vietnam and kill the enemy? He said, you my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
He said every time I can't even go into a decent school and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He said I can't even. He said if I go to a restaurant and everything. He said if I go to a supermarket in my neighborhood, your neighborhood got the better foods than my neighborhood.
For real.
He said, so you my enemy, you my oppressor.
Exactly.
He said, fight for freedom and justice. He said, hell, the fight for freedom and justice is here in America.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, black male leadership was always looked down upon, and that's another thing too that I think that's another thing too that a lot of black males are afraid of nowadays too, of why these black women don't respect them, because when black women disrespects black men and everything,
mm-hmm.
and as soon as a black man retaliates and everything, she has that power to call the cops, and the cops to haul his ass off the jail. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Because the cops will always take a woman's side. They're never gonna take a man's side. Never.
They'll take a man. They'll never take a man's side, let alone a black man's side.
Oh yeah, let alone a black. Definitely not a black man's
that's
side.
the thing. So if you have a fight with your black woman and everything, and she calls the cops and everything, they're fiending to take him to jail.
And then it's the thing too, though, especially if you're dating a white woman, she call the cops, it's over for you.
Yep.
It's over for you. You know they're gonna take. You know they're gonna take.
Yep.
You know they because he put his hands on me when it wasn't even true, and they're gonna take you they're gonna take you in anyway. Oh, I didn't do it. Them niggas ain't gonna want to hear that shit.
And you got a lot of white women nowadays screaming rape.
Mm-hmm.
They still scream rape. You still got brothers going. You still got black men going to jail for you know what I'm saying, for shit they didn't even do.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the exonerated 5. You know what I'm saying? Formerly known as the Central Park 5.
Mm-hmm. I'm
gonna call them the exonerated 5. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for what them brothers had to go through. You know what I'm saying? When they went to jail, and they didn't even rape the woman.
Mm-mm. And
the real rapist was sitting in jail the whole entire time and kept his damn mouth shut.
Son, I'll tell you, it's really hard to be a black man. It's really hard, and even our black women are against us. And the women that get on, and then You know, there's another thing too. I know this was supposed to be about traveling and stuff like that. We're gonna get to that in a minute, but the thing about it is too is some of the black women be like, "Oh, I love my black man, this and that and the other," and there's a lot of them coming forward. You know what I mean, and saying that they love us and they don't want us to leave to go overseas to find a wife and all of this other stuff. But what can you do for us? We gave you chance after chance. But you still want us to come, and then the thing about it is too. What kills me is when we going overseas to find another wife, you know. And then when we do find our wives, you know what I mean. We go overseas and we do find our wives. Y'all still putting these videos out. Oh, y'all niggas is dusty. Y'all going over there to find slaves. This and that and the other. Blah 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 blah. That's not what we're doing. We're going over there to find somebody that's respecting us, somebody that'll love us and treat us like we're supposed to be treated. Make us feel like a king, and you girls can stay a queen by your goddamn self. You can stay a queen your goddamn self because we try to make y'all feel like a queen. You know what I mean? And we could be the king, but we're fed up. A lot of us are fed up, and y'all. There's gonna be so many of us that leave. Y'all not gonna have nobody. Y'all gonna have to date each other. Just keeping it real, bro. On this, we keep it a buck. Y'all gonna have to date each other. Cause a lot of us are leaving. I mean, or if y'all don't want to date each other, y'all got the thugs. And they're gonna just come out of jail, beat the shit out of you, and go right back in.
Knock you up with a couple of babies. He ain't gonna take care of them either.
Nope, he ain't gonna take care of them. You be like, bitch, I wish you would. I wish you would ask me to take care of them goddamn rugrats.
And not only that, he don't gotta worry about you taking him to child support because the nigga ain't got no money, he ain't got no job anyway.
No, he don't. I mean, he's selling what marijuana in the streets and all of that shit. That shit don't make. I mean, it makes depending on the person, but it don't make a lot of money selling marijuana. You don't make a lot of money. You better start selling cocaine or some shit.
Yeah, and I know this video is supposed to be about traveling. We're talking about traveling, but this is the. Right now, we're going to the source. This is the source of everything.
This is what's happening now.
This is what's happening now, but this is the source. This is the cause of the. This is the cause of the creation of the passport bros.
Passport bros, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they say, when you talk, you gotta talk about everything. You gotta get to the source too.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're dealing with the source, y'all, and this is the source. Y'all just don't respect us and everything. And like I said, me and my brother here, we love black women. We love y'all, but
yeah, we said that once before. We love y'all, but
it's not. The love is not being reciprocated.
It's not the same like it was back then. I mean, we don't know nothing about love because we was kids, like in the 90s. But we knew, we knew it was there though. Like we knew it was there. Like, but we didn't know shit about love. We didn't. If we liked the person, we liked her.
And you had your hood rats and all of that back in the 90s. We get that. Yeah, we know that. You had your hood rats back in the 90s, but.
It's not as bad as now.
It's not as bad as now. Women back then. Mm-hmm. See, the thing about it is that, all right, for example, you had your Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, right?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes. They was ratchet, they was sexy and all of that. They was ratchet and everything. But you gotta remember now, in the 90s, early 2000s, they was ratchet and everything, but they kept that ratchetness to a minimum.
They did. Little Kim knew how to keep her ratchetness to the minimum, and Foxy Brown knew how to do that, man.
Nowadays, you got Sexy Red and Suki Hana and all of that. Mm-hmm. It's not even to a minimum. Like, it's just straight up blatant. It's out there.
Full blown out ratchetness.
Full blown ratchetness. This bitch Sexy Red rapping with a pregnant belly and all of that. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You rapping about fucking and all of that. You gotta come on. Your belly's out there. Come on. That's not. Come on.
And then I heard that she tried to put Drake. I heard she tried to say that she should put Drake on child support for some particular reason. You feel what I'm saying? And it's fucked up.
Drake ran up in that.
That's what I heard.
Oh,
and then I'm reading it all over the internet. They said she should put Drake on child support or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's sad, yo. Y'all women with this child support, and the thing about it is, when child support money is coming out of niggas' checks, bro. I'm not an expert at this, but I already know because I have conversations with people who are on child support. When y'all get the money, when y'all get the checks, I know y'all don't be spending it on that kid. Y'all don't be spending it on that kid. Y'all be spending it on yourselves. Mm-hmm. Getting fur coats and makeup and all that shit with his money, his hard-earned money that he's making for his kid. you buying mink fur coats and fucking lipstick and earrings and getting your nails and your hair done and all this other shit, you know what I mean, that you could do yourself. I feel like women have more opportunities and jobs than men do, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate to say it like this, but this is keeping it a buck, so I'm going to say it. Y'all could do prostitution. Y'all could be strippers. We can't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all could do prostitution. Y'all could be strippers. Y'all could fuck for money. Y'all could do whatever y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all could do it, you know, whatever your heart desires. You know what I mean? But us men, it's hard for us to find a job. It's hard for us to find a good job. You feel what I'm saying? It's hard for us to find a good job. It's crazy how shit works out here. And this is why I'm moving to Thailand, because America's not doing it for me. You know what I mean? America's not doing it for me. And speaking of that, there was another interview that I seen that this girl, she was like, I think a guy asked her a question, and then she was just like, "Oh, the reason why niggas is going overseas to find girls is because they can't get pussy. They can't get no pussy. I had my share of pussy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had my share of pussy, but that's not the reason.
I had mine too.
Exactly. He had his too, and you know, we're not worried about that. I'm worried about finding a fucking wife.
A wife, a soulmate.
I'm not worried about getting pussy. Yeah,
exactly. That's what we want. We want a soulmate. We don't want nobody to just screw and everything. We want a soulmate.
Exactly. And then us going like we're at an age. We're not saying our age, but we're at an age right now to where we should have a family. You know what I mean? I don't have a wife. My bro don't have a wife, but we're looking, but we're not looking in the United States. I'm gonna just put that plainly.
Those days are over.
Those days are over. We gave
can't
women,
do it anymore.
We can't, and we gave women the chance after chance after chance after chance. And what happens? You know what I mean? This shit happens, and even little kids, like fucking 17 years old, I've had conversations with. They see how y'all act, and they want to go overseas now because they're like, man, maybe it's different overseas or whatever the case might be. I had a conversation with an 18-year-old boy. I was like, look, y'all should go overseas, and you know, like one day when y'all get older, y'all should go overseas and find your, you know, soulmate or whatever the case might be, because you see how the women are acting now. They was like, yeah, we see it all over YouTube, and it's sad. You know, even a 17-year-old boy even said, yo, it's sad that they doing this. Like, it's really sad. You know what I mean? If a 17-year-old boy is saying this, there's something wrong there. There's something y'all doing wrong, and y'all never gonna find a man being like that. What do you think about that, Breeze?
It's true. I think it's true and everything. And I just want to say real quick that, you know, this is keeping it a buck. So I want to even dive a little bit even deeper into the source of why black women don't really respect black men. I don't know if y'all ever heard, but there was a slave owner years ago. His name was Willie Lynch, and that's where the term lynching came from.
Lynching, yeah.
And he was from the West Indies, and he came over here to America. He came to Virginia, and he came over here in the year 1712. Matter of fact, approximately, if you want to get the year correct. And a lot of people are saying that he didn't exist, but I believe that he did, because his methods were very ingenious, and they still work to this day. And one of his methods was that he said that with your slaves and everything, he said you have to make the differences of your slaves, you have to turn them against each other, and you have to make those differences bigger. You have to divide them on color, light skin versus dark skin, age, young versus old, male versus female. And since this is the podcast of us talking about the females and everything, and men not getting along, I just want to say this, that when he spoke about the men, right, he said what you have to do is you have to take your male nigga slave, and you have to literally beat him down in front of his women and whatnot. Beat him. And because when you beat him down, she looks at him as her protector
Mm-hmm.
and her provider. And if she sees that if he can't protect her and provide for her anymore, then she's not going to respect him.
Mm-hmm.
The love will not be there and everything. So then he said what you do is you take one horse, you take a male slave, right? He's strong. You tie him up against a horse, right? In 4 different ways. You tie him up against 4 different horses, right? His hands and his feet, 4 different ways. And you beat all 4 horses. And when they run in those 4 different directions, it will pull his legs and feet apart and tear him apart.
Mm.
And you do it in front of that slave woman and everything. And that'll produce psychological fear in her to where she knows that he can't protect us and he can't protect her. And she'll look to us for protection.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's fearful. She's fearful of what might happen to her offspring.
Mm-hmm.
And what she'll do is she'll teach her son, their son that they have together, she'll teach him to be mentally weak,
mm-hmm.
but physically strong.
Damn.
It's deep. It's deep.
That's real deep.
It's deep.
We just had a history lesson there, guys.
Yeah.
We just had a history lesson there. I was zoned in. That's why I haven't said anything. I was zoned in.
He was looking dead at me though, but
yeah, because I was like, yo, like, damn, that's deep. That's cold.
It's
like,
cold.
And then when we look at shit like movies about slavery, like Kunta Kinte and all that, it's sad. I don't watch shit like that, but it's sad.
It's
like,
sad.
It's very sad. You know what I mean? Like the movie Life with Eddie Murphy. I know it's not supposed to be sad. It was supposed to be funny, but niggas in prison and all of that. But it was still sad. It was still kind of sad.
It's still sad because think about it. Life, even though life was funny though,
mm-hmm.
but think about it. Eddie in the movie, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, they did all those years in prison
mm-hmm.
in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
For somebody they didn't kill.
For somebody they didn't kill, and how many other brothers is in jail for somebody they didn't kill?
Mm-hmm. And that's a lot, and that happens in real life. It still happens now.
It still happens to this day.
There's so many dudes that's in jail for something they didn't do, and they got years and years and years. There was this bald-headed white guy who shot this woman. I know y'all just heard about it. He was a bald-headed white guy, and he shot this girl's mom. She was a 13-year-old girl. She's a 13-year-old girl. He shot her mom and killed her, and he's only getting 10 years in prison. Only getting 10 years.
That's crazy.
Now, if it was a nigga, guess what would have happened? Guess how many years we got? 30, 40, 50 years.
Yep.
In prison.
Yep.
That's damn life.
Yep. And I just want to say, too, though, but, like, back to the whole Willie Lynch thing, though, is that, you know, it was passed on from generation to generation. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that was the beginning. That's the genesis of black women not respecting black men and everything, mm-hmm. because they seen that during slavery black men couldn't provide that protection. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and then so now about enough. You know what I mean? We got to stop about the history lesson, but we're gonna go back to a little bit talking about traveling, and then we're gonna end this stream. So now I was gonna say there's a lot of places that y'all can travel. We're gonna go in a positive state now. We're done talking about American women. We're done talking about, you know what I mean, all of this other stuff. So I guess y'all women get the hint now that where our head is at, or where we're focusing on. But now we're gonna talk about traveling, and this is just not for men. This is not only for men. This is for y'all women too. You know, y'all should start looking at YouTube and looking at different places and doing your research on what places to go. If you want to get away and relax, you know, Aruba's nice. I hear a lot about Aruba. I hear a lot about, did it break?
No, I didn't break.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. Sorry, y'all. But I hear a lot about Aruba. I hear a lot about the Philippines. I hear about a lot about Colombia, but Colombia is very dangerous right now, so I wouldn't advise anybody to go there, or especially men, because they're really robbing and killing them. And there's a rest in peace to the people who went over there and got robbed and killed, because there was a few men, or like maybe 8 men, that got killed in maybe 8 or 9. I think it was 9, right? I think it was like 9 men.
Say about 9 men, but
they got killed over there.
Yeah, Aruba's nice and everything.
I seen the ocean, the water is so blue and fucking beautiful.
Yes, Aruba's nice. Then you got other places like other Latin countries. You got Brazil. I want to go to Brazil.
Me too. Beautiful. Oh, the water, the beach. Oh my god.
Yes, you got Brazil. You got Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Like Cancun, Mexico. That's nice.
That's nice. We got Dominican Republic, dependent DR.
We got DR, Dominican Republic.
A lot of us men, a lot of us black men are going over there for some particular reason. I want to find out why, but there's a lot of us men going over there for some reason. So I'm curious. So I want to find out why. But
you got Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico,
and then you got San Juan, Puerto Rico, and that's another place I want to go to. I know Canada's not overseas really, but Canada's nice too.
Canada's nice. I've been to back in 2018. I went over to Niagara Falls, Canada. And it's very nice. And
I've been to Quebec, Canada, because I had a French Canadian girlfriend at the time, and she was beautiful. Like, you know what I mean. But that's a story for another time. I'm not gonna really. You know what I mean? Talk about it now, but yeah. I was in Canada. It's really nice, but it's very, 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 very cold. It is. Very, very cold. The second day I spent over there with her, I was throwing up. I was sick.
Yeah,
I was sick. She had to comfort me. She had to rub my back while I was throwing up. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. I felt uncomfortable, but other than that, like, Canada is just beautiful. They have this place called Tim Hortons. Oh my god. Even in what is it, Buffalo? In Buffalo, New York, Tim Hortons got the best donuts you'll ever. Well, no, I'm lying. I'm lying because Krispy Kreme is the best donuts that I've ever tasted. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Krispy Kreme and all of them. Anyway, but like there's a little bit more places before we get off of here.
Yeah, well,
because we already 50 minutes in. 51
yeah, we're ready to wrap it up and everything.
Yeah, we're ready to wrap it up. There's more places.
Go.
What can you tell them?
I'm gonna just say this. I'm not gonna go into details because I'm ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, me too.
Just travel the world in general. Go to Africa. Go to Asia. Go to the Latin countries. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Go everywhere and just explore.
That's it.
Just explore and everything. Just get off. Sometimes it's just good to just get off your behind and just travel.
That's
do
it.
Things. It's a big world out here.
And life is too fucking short.
Life is definitely too fucking short, and it's a big world out here. It's a big world out here, and you can just just continue to just do you. You know what I mean? And you'll be all right. You just gotta stay positive and everything. Look, if your friends and family members don't want to travel with you, you can get up with your ass and go by yourself. I've been to places by myself.
Me too.
I went to Niagara Falls by myself.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, not by myself, but I went with you.
Yeah, no, the Canada side I went by myself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hell, even local. I've been to Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? I know Rhode Island is not all that exciting to some people and everything, but I still been there. I can still say I've been there, and I don't care what anybody says. I still been there. Been to Rhode Island twice. I even went to country as Iowa to see my cousin.
Iowa, yeah.
In 2020 during the pandemic, I went to Iowa. You know what I mean? Life is too short, y'all. You got to get up and travel.
You do.
You got to get up and travel. Life is too small. It's too short, and it's also a big world out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you can't travel to other countries at the meantime, travel to different states.
That's it.
You could do that.
And
you know what I mean?
Yep. And now we're gonna, for a moment of what was it called? Motivation. Moment of motivation. I'm gonna make this real short. Believe in God, because He always has your back, no matter what hard times you're going through. And just always stay positive, no matter what. Like I said before, no matter what life throws at you, stay positive. Keep a good head on your shoulders. Like, let's say if you don't get a job or something like that, you wanted this job. You know what I mean? There's always other jobs to do. You know what I mean? Even if the job is paying less, just just work it until you get a raise again to where you was at. You know what I mean? Just push yourself to do. What I'm mainly saying is push yourself to get to where you need to be. That's all I'm saying. Breeze, you want to tell anybody? You want to?
Yeah, you just got to believe in God and believe in yourself. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. And
upstairs.
Just remember now, you know what I mean, that with God, anything is possible. You know what I mean? And just got to keep Him first, because without Him, none of this, nothing will be possible. Nothing will be possible, and just gotta continue to thank God for your blessings, many blessings, and everything, and just continue to keep Him first. And God is good, and just keep Him first in your life. And just continue to do you. Like I said, it's a big world out there.
It is.
It's a big world out there. It's a world bigger than just your neighborhood.
That's it. And you need to, like we said, and go out and travel.
And like I said, if people don't want to go with you and everything, if they don't want to go with you, you know what I'm saying, leave them behind.
That's it.
That's what I do in my neighborhood where I live in now. Ask people to come. Ask people in my neighborhood. Come travel with me. Get your passport and all of that.
Nope.
For some reason, they ain't want to do it. So what I do, I go on and I travel without them.
And you still have a good time.
And I still have a good time while they still stuck here doing their thing.
That's another thing. Never beg nobody to go anywhere with you. If they don't want to go have fun by yourself.
Go have fun by yourself.
Because you always have fun by yourself.
Yep. Sometimes that'd be the most fun.
Exactly. But sometimes it's good to go with a crowd too. You know what I mean? If you got girlfriends and shit that you like to travel with, you know what I mean? Go have fun. Life's too fucking short, like we said before. Life is too short. But anyway, guys, it was good talking to y'all. I mean, we're 56 minutes.
And it felt good though, because we haven't been with y'all in over a week, so it feels good to be back. Definitely.
Hell yeah, and we talked about a lot.
We covered a lot, so
yeah. So y'all should enjoy this podcast if y'all into long podcasts. I mean, we can do this every time. You know what I mean? We just have to, And I know one guy told me that he liked the podcast long. He was like, "Yo," I think it was one of your friends. He was like, "Yo, y'all did a long podcast. I like that. Keep it coming." You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we did it for y'all. We love y'all. We did it for y'all. So
we do.
We love y'all, family, friends, associates. We love y'all all. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep doing this podcast for y'all and keeping y'all entertained. We're gonna try to come up with another topic like maybe tomorrow, but we're not gonna be on this podcast tomorrow. But we're gonna be on what do we want to be on?
Stay tuned until tomorrow. We can do tomorrow.
You want to do it tomorrow?
Yeah. All right, if not tomorrow, then definitely Monday night.
Okay, so if not tomorrow, definitely Monday night, like he said, 9:00 p.m. And yeah, that's really much about it. You feel me? And thank y'all for listening to our podcast, and we really appreciate y'all and for listening. And like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, and we will give y'all more content.
And on that note, y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace.